260 watts. Must be getting in shape. .45. Hello team, it is Sunday and I'm on my first part of this kind of duathlon really, run, bike, run, but it's a controlled measured. So the first run is merely a warm-up, do some strides, do some drills, a bit of a jog, loosen the legs up, then do a hard bike, about maybe 35k, and it's lumpy, some drags, so really get some fatigue in the legs as if they've not got enough already. And then on to a run that I'll do as a kind of progression run in sets, probably get about 5-6k. And it'll be off the bike, 8 minutes steady, 2 minutes float run, 6 minutes up the tempo a notch, and then 2 minute float recovery, and then 4 minute upper tempo, 2 minute float recovery, and lastly 2 minutes pretty hard, and then cool down. So it's like a controlled kind of progression run really. I've done this session before on an endurance base, but I think it's going to get quite hard on that second run, and that'll be the end of the week, as I said, or 3 weeks of a kind of mini reset endurance build, and then we'll really polarize the training. Easy days easy, hard days hard, lots of recovery, and some 3 races in May, and we should be good to go in June for the European Sprint Duathlon Champs. How exciting is that? Okay, let's do a few drills, a few strides, and then we'll be ready to get out on the bike. Bit chilly today, but we'll soon be warm. Let's go. Hello team, right, we're 20 minutes into this ride now, and I've been pretty hoofing it to be honest, and remarkably I felt pretty crappy this morning when I got up, but I've been really strong on the bike, hitting some decent numbers on the climbs, pushing the climbs hard, and I'm sort of hitting 320 watts. I'm feeling okay, which was very different to last week, so hopefully that's some bike form coming on. Got a fast bit coming now, constant pace in the aero position, and then the last kind of 6 to 8k of the ride is a real drag, and that's going to bring the average speed down, but that's when the real benefits will come in, I think, at this session, and I'll hit the second run really jelly legged. Okay, let's get this next part of the ride done. Hello team, right, got about maybe 8k to go, bit of nutrition, get ready for this run that's coming up. So the bike's gone really well, I'm on the last drag now, on keel, bank, but I've been going well. I have noticed I've burnt a few matches feeling really strong, and then not quite so strong. The numbers didn't come quite so easy with the power, but the shape's definitely coming on the bike, and I'm about, I don't know, 27k in now, and what I need to be good for is 20k blast. So this course is really, really good for a 20k blast because it's got lumpy climbs on it, some good flats to get the speed in aero position. So I'm going to use this over the next few weeks, I think, to really hone the form, test it out, Darling Moor Duathlon, see how I feel on the bike. But interestingly, see how this run goes as well, that's coming up, because I really have pushed it hard today on the bike. See how the run goes on these progression intervals. But I'm not going to empty the tank and leave my legs absolutely mashed for days. Right, let's get this nutrition down my neck and finish the bike, and I'll see you when we start the run. So we're on Keel Bank. I'm not absolutely going balls out like I did on some of the other climbs. Coming up to 30k. Still managing to talk at 260 watts. Must be getting in shape. We are back from the ride. I've got a slight nosebleed dripped on my trainers. So, right, as we can see, today for the run, we're wearing the Adidas Pro 2s, which I haven't actually worn for a while after testing them out. I really like the way they feel, but they're very I find them unstable. Excuse me, dripping blood. They've got good balance, they're comfy, but they just go around corners, they're particularly unstable, and I don't know, I've just shied away from them because it's a bit difficult to get on in transition as well. But the feel when you're running a straight line in them, they're really bouncy and good energy return. In case I didn't explain it properly earlier on in the video, which I'm sure I did numerous times, because I do tend to be repeating myself, the run is a progression run, but it's split up in kind of intervals with float recoveries rather than a straight continuous progression. So start out steady, 8 minutes, nice and steady, just go by feel. Then 2-minute float, a bit slower, and then you up the pace for 6 minutes to more like steady tempo, 2-minute float, then a hard tempo for 4 minutes, 2-minute float, and then 2-minute hard at the end. So it's 8, 6, 4, 2 with 2-minute floats. Okay, hopefully the nose has stopped dribbling and we can get going. Sun's out, will the legs be out? See you on the run. First 8-minute block done. Got the pace a bit wrong. I was about 4:36 per k. I felt like I was jogging. But the legs definitely got that feel that I had at Alton Park. So I pushed hard on the bike, and it's about trying to get some kind of relaxed speed on the run is the only way I can put it, because I feel like I've really got to concentrate to get running form right, so I'm not just stumbling along. This is all good. So I've got a 2-minute float now, and I've got to up the pace from 4:36 per k, so maybe around 4:25 for 6 minutes, and then a 2-minute float. Okay, 4 minutes in to the 6-minute rep. I'm averaging 4:14, but it feels okay. See if I can maintain this. Okay, 6 minutes done, 4:14 per k. Better than I thought I'd maintain. It kind of leaves me a difficult couple of reps for the 4 minute and the 2 minute to keep the progression. These are going to be harder. Okay, 2-minute float. 4-minute effort done, and it was 3:58 per k pace. And I think technique there of stretching out, trying to get tall and flow at speed really works. When you're tired, you quite often sink into the run because everything's aching and everything's a bit loose. Strong core, stretch out, get smooth. Sorry, just navigating dogs. Right, last 2-minute float, 2-minute effort. 3:45. Right, last 2-minute effort done. Around two. I wish. Around 3:45, 3:46 pace. Happy with that. All on technique. Yeah, I was pushing it. So much more focus on technique in terms of staying tall and not sinking into the run, like I was saying, which is a real good focus when you come off the bike tired and your legs are buckling. Okay, cool down, job done, session done. Session done, and I'm quite pleased with that. I was kicking myself that it was not a big session, but actually the intensity there and the bike was, yeah, and that run, just the right intensity levels. So that's a good session. I'll do that one again definitely to build the form. Might mix the intervals up a bit on the run, but that worked really well because the fatigue really crept up, especially on the 4-minute and 2-minute effort. But overall, good session to get in the bank, and hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Give you some ideas maybe for you duathletes out there, or even if you're just incorporating bike to help you running, to keep your legs fresh for running but still getting the benefit of your heart and lungs and the engine that the bike gives you. So there we go, I'm waffling. Good session, thanks for joining. Let's check in for the next key session. Until next time, remember, keep running, keep biking,